Hey guys, it's been a little while, so I wanted to take some time to take a look at a couple of golf swings from when I was down in Florida. Now, it's been a while since I've done this, and I'm working on a couple of things, and I wanted to talk about it. And I wanted to note that I'll be swinging a 5-iron from my dad's golf bag. So I think it's a regular flex or maybe even an A flex. So it's interesting what having a really whippy shaft will do is you don't want to spring it too early. You have to actually be pretty patient. It's kind of an interesting exercise. So as we watch this golf swing, I recorded this in slow motion. My camera angles, I want my camera about hip height down the target line, and the same from the front. So this club is coming back to the inside, one piece takeaway, pretty similar to the line that Mr. Hogan would have taken. And one thing I'm trying not to do is have my hips move towards the ball at all on the backswing. You guys may remember in my recent videos where I was talking about sitting really deep into my heels. Again, that's just an attempt for me to try and create a little bit more space on the downswing. And I'm also standing a little bit closer to the ball, which is something that was recommended to me by Matt Ben Cresciuto. And when you start to get too far away from the ball, it can cause a lot of problems. So here I'm essentially at the top of my backswing, and we're going to see that my hips will start to stabilize and get ready to go back the other way. Now I'm ready to make my transition. See, this is the Shangri-La position, the position that one of the first ones that I noted about the golfers that I really liked, that they have this kind of inside approach with the club riding along the right forearm here in this pre-release position. And I refer to this as the wheelhouse. Basically, everything's going to wheel around to the left and everything's going to release through the ball. I still have that bend in my knees and the lag in my wrists, but all of that will change in a split second as we see me come into impact here. So here you can see my hips have rotated nicely. This is something I had a lot of trouble with. It took me years to find this position. I still have some bend in my right arm that I'm going to punch down through that ball with. And now one of the things that I'm doing is working on swinging level left. There's still a lot of angle in those shoulders, but you can see that club is exiting nicely through the left shoulder. I used to have it exiting between my shoulder and my left ear. It's a pretty nice little ball flight there. Let's see if we can take a look at this again. Just let it play out a little bit. Yeah, so before I move ahead here, that's a fairly decent, what I really want in my golf swing right now is a really smooth acceleration through the ball without any little sort of hitches. So we'll take a look at my swing from the front here. Right there, yeah, I still see a little bit of a hitch right in this area just post impact. You can see it with my hips right there. So again, what I want to do is have a pretty smooth, I just want this club to fly in a circle around me without it being inhibited in any way. But here my hips and pivot kind of stall, and I have that little janky thing right there. Just, it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's not the best either. I still have a long way to go. I'm working these different concepts into my swing, so it's a pretty tall order, to be honest with you. What I'm doing right now. Let's take a look at my head position. We'll see that my head will push back to the right, and then it'll stabilize as I pivot around my right leg. I would like to, I'm losing a lot of my Hogan kind of look right now as I'm exploring some different things. But I'll probably start working back towards that. And here we have the downswing. Looks like pretty good lag. My knees are bent. I'm connected to the ground. But right here is where I've always had a little bit of trouble. And you see my head rise an inch or so. It's not too much. Tiger used to do the same thing because he had the same problem where you get a little bunched up right here. What I need to do is create a little bit more space through there with my body, which is one of the reasons why I'm working on that hip placement, because I need to have just a little bit more space to be able to freewheel around my body so I can release that club without needing this little hitch right here to continue swinging. I should just be able to turn right around like it's not nothing at all. I will be working on keeping my hips back. The battle is early extension. So the question is, how do you battle it? One thing I'm doing is I'm standing a little bit closer to the ball. That way I don't have to reach out to my toes. And what that should, it's kind of counterintuitive, but I believe that should allow me to work down and through the ball with less of a hitch. So yeah, that is one of the things I'm going to be working on, as well as tempo, smooth acceleration, keep my feet connected. Oh my gosh, there's lots of little things to work on. But that's it. That's my golf swings right now. So let's take a couple looks at these swings in a little bit faster motion. But guys, I've had a million people ask me, take a look at their videos, and I take a look and I leave a couple comments, like, hey, you might want to do this, you might want to do that. But I'm considering starting some online lessons. So if anybody, is interested, I think I could do a swing analysis video like I'm doing for myself right here, and then at the end of the video give you a couple of drills and things that I'd like to see you work on that could help you get farther along with your game. It's an easy way to do it if you're non-local, because it's almost impossible for me to see a person face to face. But I'm thinking, $50 for a swing analysis video, and some of them I might put up on my website or on the YouTube channel if they're interesting or provocative. So my email's myswingevolution@yahoo.com, and let me know if anybody's interested in that. Let's take a look at these swings again.